Hey everybody, this is Grace. Anyway, in this video I'm going to talk a little bit more about just what's going on. It's a drive vlog. There's another squirrel. Another squirrel. I'm telling you, anytime I come down here, there's squirrels running out in front of me. Almost, especially lately. Right around there too. And anyway, I'm going to go get something to eat. We've been eating out lately, and we go through spells, and that's just one of the things. So, okay. Anyway, to get on down the road here, literally even. Yesterday I was out at this 99-cent store, and I stopped to go to a Fiesta store, and then right in front of me was some little, I don't even know what you call them, like an island or something. Like in the parking lot they have a little, I always know them before were mainly like snow cones, places like that sold snow cones. They were just a little island or little hut, whatever it is. But now around here it seems like I've seen at least two, maybe more. For a while there were also cigarettes, or cigarettes, I don't remember. But lately I've seen two of them for Tex-Mex, okay, or maybe authentic, I don't know. But anyway, I saw one yesterday. I told Adam about it. He said, let's give it a try. So I'm going to go down there and see, because the only thing I understood was nachos. Now, I'm Texan, and I've seen plenty of those kinds of places and can understand a little bit, but those two other things I couldn't understand. Whatever it is. And he just likes burritos. I want a burrito. And whenever you go, I want a burrito. So we shall see. Okay, so let's see. What about other things? So our house is finally getting a little, more settled. The dogs, with one another. I just told Adam, I said, I think that we need to put them both in the races. I've never been to the races, have you? But they run so fast. They're both high energy. And, man. And we had one for 2 years, so it'll be at the end of this month. The other one we just got a few days ago. Both rescued dogs. It was rescued as puppies. And different times. We got them, like I said, 2 years the other day. But they're finally getting a little bit settled down. But the new one, I have to feed only chicken and rice. No, very bland. Nothing on it. Nothing. No salt. Nothing. Because first day he got here, he ate everything in sight that he could find, and the other dog is a hoarder, so he found a lot of stuff and got sick and remained sick. Basically, I would say maybe 24 hours, if that. But still, I have put him on a bland diet, and the vet said too. Vet actually, I called, and the same thing that I was going to do because I'd read about it. That's what they said. I had spoken to someone at their office before that too, so earlier that morning, yeah. You got all that right, but the vet called back later on, in other words. So, but they're kind of getting settled. I had bought them some more toys and such, and they love playing. The one dog that we had the longest didn't have anybody really much to play with, and he's finally getting, working up his stamina, I guess, to be able to do it. So that's what Adam was saying. He's got to build up his stamina. So, but anyway, that's that. Gas is going up. It's $3.29. That's pretty high. But it must be near you got it. Holidays. Don't we all know that? I mean, I'm old enough to know every time when people would be traveling. Okay, when they would. I mean, 2020 and part of 2021, I don't know. Earlier on, if that would have been when people were traveling, because, it was suggested not to travel, but still, a lot of people did. And we know how those went. Every time I get my SUV, I get allergies. I don't know what is in here. I really don't. But it could be that I'm just getting outside, right? Anyway, but yeah, we know how that all turned out consistently. I mean, if you want to deny it, but it was consistent. Yeah, especially holidays. I'm curious about this. You know, what's going to happen now for Christmas, Thanksgiving, Christmas here in the USA. And so anyway, I'm about to get to this place, and I want to see how it works. Turned out that place was an ice cream place. Yeah. Anyway, I don't know why I had nachos on the back of it. But I went and got us some sausages on a bun. Okay, I don't think that you were supposed to do that. But anyway, I didn't know that these people had made it through all, 2020 and 2021 so far. It's November 5th. And 2021. But he said he was open the whole time, and they make really good sausages on a bun. Mine, I get jalapenos on mine, so I got it. That's what I got us. I do not know if there are people coming because they're. What's going on here? I don't know. Oh well. So anyway, this is what my day is going to be, huh? But hopefully it's a little bit better than yesterday. I woke up yesterday after I took a nap, after I went to the 99-cent store and all that. Later on, I'd woken up too early, like 3 o'clock or something, which sometimes is my norm. And I think I did today, but I went back to bed. And anyway, and when I woke up after taking a nap, my body felt stressed out. It's mainly in my face, and that worries me. I had Bell's palsy when I was young, and on one side, and you can't really tell. I don't think anybody can tell, but it kind of reminded me of how that felt a little bit. So yeah, and I know what else it could be, but I don't know. I also, did you see that fall? I'm sure you did if you're watching. But I also have been stressing myself out, but also I lean on that side. And I think part of it, when I stop leaning on that side, yeah, it goes away. So, anyway, yeah, speaking of stress, why this thing has to do this, I don't know. Every once in a while, not always. So, anyway, that's what tumbleweeds are made of. At least I think so. Some people think that Texas is all about tumbleweeds. Really? Since when? And cowboys. Okay, they think that everybody goes around cowboy boots, rodeo, belt buckles, cowboy boots and cowboy hats, and western shirts and blue jeans. Are you for real? And the bad thing is that a lot of TV puts it out. Of course, it sells. It sticks to a stereotype. And, yeah, but no, we don't. I don't think I have ever owned cowboy boots, cowboy hat, those kinds of western shirts, and a belt buckle. Okay, I've owned jeans. I haven't worn jeans since I was really young. So, yeah, that's not how we dress, people. It makes me laugh. But also, it irks me because some people think that means you're inferior. If you have to make people inferior to you, turn that finger around on yourself. Yeah, that's how I see it. There's some need you have to do that. Personally, I just see us all as human. We have our strengths, we have our weaknesses. Of course, there are extremes, like you would see in prison or on some scary little movie. Or scary little... Adam likes to watch those ID shows. Something on that. What is it? Investigation Discovery or Investigative Discovery? Something like that. And it's funny because I like to watch that Big Sky, is it? And I did not know that it's on the second season right now, but the first season they took a 2-month break. I did not know that. I thought that was the end of it. Just those the movies they had up until February. I thought that was the end. Really, I thought it was the season finale. And like it was a short mini series or something like that. Well, when I saw it, I know the new season started, and so when I looked at it the other day, or last week, week before, whenever it was. I said, what? I don't remember seeing this. What's going on? And so I looked back, and sure enough, they had started back from, I think it was in April. Yeah, 2 months later after the first set ended. And I've managed to watch all those. And now I'm going to try to pace myself. I've watched the first one of the second season. So they had 2 sets in the first season. And I watched the first one of the second season. I'm not going to give any spoiler, but I was like, what? Come on now, really? I like it. Now Adam says, how can you watch that when I can't even watch that? He can't stand it. He said, how can you stand watching that? It's so, yeah. And I said, probably because I know it's fiction. Okay, what you watch, I can't watch. I can't watch those ID shows and that stuff. I can watch them, but I don't like them. And I said, those aren't fiction. So that's the difference for me. I know it's fiction. It's fiction. Okay, so you see what I'm saying? Fiction drama, mysteries, things like that. I know it's fiction, so. But I'm watching it on Hulu, and I prefer to watch things on Hulu. I had switched to on demand, years ago. I hardly ever watched, just sit there and watch TV, and like when we were, if you're my age, around my age, when you were kids, you would show, you didn't have cable, in other words. 3 channels is what we had. And you had to watch them at the time that it came on, or forget it until the season was over and they did reruns. And, but I like watching on Hulu or whatever, Netflix. And so I don't have to watch those freaking commercials. I am so tired of freaking commercials. And I know many of us have said that many years, but they actually have gotten worse over time. As far as length of time that they can do commercials, it's longer now than it was, say, back when I was a kid. And I read up on that, and that's what it said. I'm sick of them. I mean, sometimes now on demand, they put it at like the worst second. You can't. It's like so difficult to even get into the show. Okay, to get into what the thought is right then, because they're going to insert a commercial, and it's not one. It'll be up to 6 commercials. Really? Please. That's why I switched to Hulu. Anyway, I'm wrapping this up.